Hey man, how's it going? Thanks for the $25 a month donation on Patreon. I really appreciate it. It helps motivate me, man. It helps motivate me to get the other Patreon videos out as soon as humanly possible, and it helps me work on all of the other roster reviews. Again, just thanks for the support. The way I'm going to structure this video is I'll go over fleet. I'll do an overview of the whole roster. I'll talk about individual factions, farming path, and then typical GAC plus mods at the end. You wanted this video both on Patreon and YouTube, so I will not put this in the unlisted, or I might put it in the unlisted and then re-upload it into the normal, just so that I have the full archive on YouTube. But yeah, thanks for the support, and I hope you enjoy the video. All right, so right off the bat, obviously, Negotiator is going to be the big sticking point. Yeah, you're using, oh wow, Negotiator plus plus Geos is certainly interesting. Maybe you're trying to drop an arena. Maybe you're trying to drop an arena so that you can get those non-reinforcements challenges, maybe to get Kyber or something. But obviously Negotiator plus Houndstooth, ETA. I usually run Ahsoka in there early. There's this case for Umbaran Starfighter, but I run these three with Plo Koon coming out. Oh, you only have a 4-star Plo Koon. But if you get your Plo Koon up, since he's a pretty easy farm, and then his last reinforcement ability here, it's great at going against maybe a slightly faster Negotiator because they'll put all those dazes up on you. You spell all that, or if you go against a Malevolence, they have a bunch of Buzz Droids plus like buff immunity on the Houndstooth that will clear that. And at any point, it can reapply the taunt on Houndstooth. And then after the second reinforcement, I usually bring in Umbaran. If you have Umbaran starting, you'd bring in Ahsoka Tano after that. And then maybe like, honestly, maybe TIE Advance just for the heavy damage. I know it has no synergy, but since you have the Relic Vader, plus the ship is pretty good itself, and if you get the Negotiator gets a lot of what are they called, target locks, and the Dispel on the second ability for TIE Advanced is pretty useful in that lineup, so that's something to consider. All right, so now the overview. Obviously, lots of Relic 7s, lots of high Relic characters. At 3.3 million, what the? Come on, bro. I've known you for a while. What is this? Is this how seriously you had to take that C-3PO event? You had to Relic 6 him? I hope Ewok Elder is just like your favorite character in the whole wide world. Relic 6, but what are these? Okay, that's a decent mod. Relic 6 with this? My eyes must be deceiving me, man. Alright. Ahsoka's super weak, alright. Chewbacca. I know you just got Chewbacca, but come on, man. No Zeta on Treya. Nyla's still at 5 stars. Okay. Oops. Django's so low. Wait, what is going on here? 4-star Watslow. Okay. Let's break this down from a fundamental standpoint. You got your Revan, Bastila HK. Is Malik in here somewhere, plus Malik, and like, yeah, I assume you have like Sith Empire Trooper. Yeah. Okay, so is that your squad arena team? Minus. I love how you threw in the Mando. I know you just got that Mando at 7 stars and then bumped him up to Relic 5, but I like that. So that's a team. Obviously, I would throw that on defense. At 3.3 million GP, it's not going to be as powerful as like 1 to 2 to maybe even low 3 million GPs. At 3.3 million GP, the Revan Jolie Bindo duo against 5-mans becomes less viable because of relics. So you might need to bump in a 3rd or a 4th. I would throw in Grand Master Yoda into a 3-man, and then, or maybe, see, it's confusing because I don't know where you're. Let me go into your Jedi real quick. All right. So you're probably going against Relic 2 to Relic 5s on the front wall, and probably like Relic 1s to Relic, maybe like Gear 12 plus to Relic 1 or 2 on the back wall. Correct me if I'm wrong, obviously. Just hit me up. So the duo that works for around 2.8 million GP and below might be a little risky. So I would throw in like Ezra because of the extra assist for the recovery. If you got your Ezra up to like gear 12 and maybe your Jolie up to relic 1, that'd be an effective trio. And if you ever got your Basilishan up to relic 1 with the Grandmaster Yoda plus maybe even Hoda if you have Hoda, which you don't, that would be a nice trio. So you can get efficient banners, because I know at 3.3 million to 3.5 it starts to get increasingly difficult being super efficient. And then I'm like, where's Padme? It's Jedi. You got your Shakti. Let me go up to clones, just see where your clone troopers are at. Okay, so that's a solid clones team. Nothing special, 3.3 million GP, but definitely, yeah, Relic 7 Padme. So Relic 7 Padme plus Relic 7 Anakin plus Relic 3 General Kenobi. If you get Ahsoka up to gear 12 and throw the Zeta on her and then throw in the C-3PO, fantastic offensive crushing team, or maybe even a secondary like showstopper on defense. If you go Padme up top, Darth Revan down below, could give your opponent some real issues if you have, well, I guess we'll find out if you have enough teams saved for offense. I'm curious about this. Do you run this? Let me know. Do you run Padme, Anakin, C-3PO, R2, and Kenobi in one team, or do you throw Ahsoka in there? I'm asking because Ahsoka's low and R2's relic 4, so I'm a little curious, but let me know how that goes. Geo's relic 7 Brood, yeah, you're pretty good there. What on earth, man? And Wicket's only 4 stars. You don't even have the best 5 Ewoks and 3 Zetas. Very interesting. Please let me know how this is going for you. I'd be really curious to see, because I mean, it's a little strange, I will admit. All right, let's just go down the list. Droids, obviously, you probably run a Grievous, B1, IG, Droidica, B2 team, I would think. They probably die off. B1 probably dies off pretty quick, or Droidica probably dies off fast. AoE, B1 probably survives a little bit. Oh, you don't have the Zeta, so B1 probably dies pretty quick in AoE. B2 dies, Magna Guard dies. I imagine that's a solid defensive team for either getting a hold or stripping banners. Potentially a backwall team if you can bait out the Jedi Knight Revan early with the team parallel to the Darth Revan team. Could be a solid strategy. Let me know if you're implementing that. I usually save Empire for offense just because of the potential to get high banners. Darth Vader is obviously a solo team. Let's see. If you were willing to take Basilishan Fallen out of your Darth Revan defensive team, which would obviously decrease its viability, Emperor Palpatine lead plus Thrawn plus Basilishan Fallen is a fantastic Sunlock team for high banners. Maybe play around with that if you have an easy GAC. If you're matched up against an opponent you know for 100% you can beat. It works at 2.5 mil below, so I'd love to hear how that squad works for you if you ever end up implementing that. Now you'll notice that a lot of these suggestions are about undersizing, efficient banners, getting full health, full protection, or undersizing. That's just kind of how I roll, basically. I find it to be the most effective way to consistently win, besides just having obviously like one team that no one can mess with on defense. And if you throw Padme and Darth Revan, you have 2. So obviously you have OR because you have Malik and both Revans maxed. Do you run an OR team? Do you run a Karth, Canderous, Mission, Zalbar, Giahani maybe team? I'd be interested to hear. Let me know. Phoenix obviously are low because they're not super important. You got your CLS. You got your Han. I know you said you're working up on your Chewie. You got your Wigs. If you run them under Akbar with like Stormtrooper Han and Leia or even old Ben Kenobi, solid defensive team. They're better offensively, but you're not going to find a lot of teams with at this gear that you're going to be able to take out. So if you throw it on the back wall, it's a sneaky team that might strip some banners, give your opponent some trouble. Mon Mothma with their Rebel Fighters is obviously a fantastic defensive team, I'm sure. That you're either going to be implementing that in 5v5 or you were implementing that in the 3v3. Again, let me know. Yeah, Rebel Fighters. Oh, you probably run Wigs in Rebel Fighters then. With Chirrut and like maybe Jin or Canderous. Not Canderous, Cassian or K2SO. Resistance, I know you have your Jedi Training Ray. Probably run that with Finn, BB-8. You don't have any of the new ones right now. I imagine you run Resistance Trooper. He hits pretty hard. Maybe you save your R2 to run with this squad. Again, let me know as to how you implement this R2 in your GAC. I'd be really curious to hear. Because you don't see a lot of super powerful R2-D2s. Rogue One obviously is not the best. Mando. Oh, I haven't gone over Bounty Hunters yet. Nest will eventually get up, I imagine. Level 28 L3s. A little random. Alright, got the meme team going on. So obviously you have your Geos. Grievous is used. Your Night Sisters aren't fantastic, so I don't know where Asajj is. Newt, Dooku. Wat Tambor, maybe. And I mean, I would say Django if he was 7 stars relict. If he wasn't in the Bounty Hunter team. I'd probably run that. Throw that on the back wall. Not super fantastic. We've talked about all of these guys. All right, Traya. I'd like to see the Zeta on Traya and get these guys up. I imagine you haven't Zeta'd Traya simply because your Nihilus and your Scion are low. Therefore, it would be kind of be a wasted Zeta because if you're going against Relic 7, Geonosian Brood Alpha plus like Relic 7 Spy, these weak Triumvirate probably aren't getting those high banners. So if that's the reason you're leaving the Zeta off, then I totally understand. Start to work towards that Scion and that Nihilus and that Traya. Again, it's simply it's an underman squad. If you end up relicking Scion, you can 2-man full relics Geonosians, which is great for banners. Again, I'm giving lots of suggestions simply about GAC, about high banners, undersizing. My idea or my thoughts being that that's the best way to win so far that I've found. Smugglers is not a great faction. Tuskens. Okay, you got 2 Tuskens. I was going to give you a talking to, but 2 Tuskens is fine. No I don't even know. What is Cup under? Is Cup a scoundrel? I mean, he's a police officer. He can't be a scoundrel, right? Let's see if we got that level 69 Cup. Come on, give me a Cup. Give me a Cup. Level 1 Cup? You gotta get your Cup up to level 69, man. Come on, dude. Alright, so let's quickly just do a brief check-in on mods. Now remember, as far as mods go, do as I say, not as I do. I understand modding is important. Am I too lazy to do lots of it? Yes, I am, but don't put that past me. 32 speed on the arrow is pretty solid. 26 speed there is great. 24 speed, I'm doing this the long way. I could simply, okay, 301. So 300 is pretty much the benchmark for Revens. So 301 is a-okay. 266 seems, yeah, 9 speed. 15's decent. 5 is low. 10 is low. 11 is low. Okay. So Jedi Knight Revan, I guess target point you want at 300. I mean, you just want a butt ton of health and protection and tenacity and all that stuff. Yeah, okay. Let's see. This Relic 7 Darth Vader better have, yeah, like basically 200 crit. 58% potency? Nice amount of tenacity, my friend. Very nice. Very nice. Darth Vader should have like 90% potency. For maximum soloing potential. How did you mod your Yoda? A very tenacious Yoda. Interesting. Very interesting tenacious Yoda. Maybe go for offense. Let's see the health. Okay, we're looking at solid health. Okay. I like the Padme. Actually, I'm going to check. If you use Padme for defense, it doesn't matter. Yeah, slow Padme. So maybe you're saving this to beat Darth Revan's since it's slow. Obviously, check your opponent's history if they tend to put Darth Revan on defense and you don't have other counters like a strong CLS team, which I know you have, but the Chewbacca's a little lacking. That slow Padme really does numbers. Shaak Ti's mods don't really matter. No protection at all. Attaboy. Alright, I better see like infinite speed. Yep. And great potency. Okay. That's a fantastic Bastila Fallen. We don't talk about our JT. Why do we call her JTR? Jedi Training Ray. It's Ray Jedi Training. JTR. I never thought about that. Alright, how's our boy looking? Very potent. Well, not very potent, but decently potent. A big hitter. I like that. Alright, I better see like 130, 150,000 health. Fantastic. Alright, how's your Luke looking? Is he weak? Yeah, he's decently weak, so he'll get guard. Very slow, Luke. We've been talking a lot about this Mando that you just got. I'm so jealous, man. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. How have you modded your Mando? Decent speed. Massive crit damage, which I love. What's crit chance on this Mando? 80%. Okay, I like that. It's a solid Mando, my friend. Alright, I forgot to look at your bounty hunters. I'm going to do that quickly before I end off here. Let me know if I missed anything, obviously. Alright. Bosk is fine. Boba is super low. Jango is super low. I'm a little confused. I recommend that this is an early farm. Actually, since other people might actually see this video besides you, get these guys to gear 12 and stick them there. They can stay at gear 12 basically until 3 million GP, to be perfectly honest with you. The Mando team obviously would drastically boost the viability of this team with Dengar. I'm working towards Mando and eventually Grief Karga for a perfect 5-man bounty hunter team. Bounty hunters under Bosk Lead are obviously fantastic at retaining high banners. Did you not hit Kyber? Huh. Oh. Sorry. Alright, Dark Lord Macca. We are in the same alliance as it seems. Let me know if I missed anything. Again, thank you for the $25 a month. It means a lot. Your continued support is fantastic. Of course, if you ever want any other videos on Patreon, or if you want me to, like this one, to post it onto YouTube, let me know. Thanks.